Hey guys, Jason here. If you're an online coach, consultant, agency owner, healer, therapist, you sell an online service of some kind, how would you like to be able to overcome any objection? There's a couple of really big objections. We're all faced with it. In this short live, I'm going to share with you how to overcome any objection selling any service online. I've been full-time online for 14 years and been selling services for 24 years. This was going to be a webinar. We had some tech issues and some things happened, so I'm going to do it as a Facebook Live. I'll share it everywhere, upload to YouTube, TikTok, all that cool stuff afterwards as well. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching replay, comment replay. But if you're a business coach, life coach, fitness coach, you have an agency of some kind, digital agency, social media agency, ads agency, if you're a healer or a therapist, if you sell a service online, how would you like to be able to overcome any objection and be able to get a higher conversion rate? I get a 92% conversion rate when selling. If you're watching live, comment live, watching replay, comment replay. I'd love to know what kind of business you have, or more importantly, or even better, what is your core offer? What is your core offer? Do you sell one-on-one business coaching? Do you sell social media services? Are you a healer? Well, brother, how you doing? And I'm going to share with you some advanced I'm going to share with you 3 steps, 3 parts, how to overcome any objection every time, and how to always, yes, always, big promise, get a yes. So I'm just sitting here. It's the end of the day. I've been going for about 13 hours. Got a port here. And again, if you're in the service industry, I'm going to share with you some, hey brother, good to see you here. I'm going to share with you some cool strategies on how to overcome any objection. So a couple of things. First of all, I believe that in 2024, as I do this live, you should not need to overcome objections. Because if you're getting on a sales call with someone, they should know the price. They should be the decision maker. They should know you, like you, trust you, and you're really just getting on a call to close them. So if you're getting on a call and you're getting objections, that means they haven't been qualified properly. Now, people talk a lot about pre-qualifying, but you want to fully qualify them. So there's a 3-step qualifying process where we fully qualify them. Here's the basic funnel we use, okay? So I'm going to share with you the 2 steps that will position you in a way to not get objections in the first time. And then I'll share with you how to overcome any objection and get a yes after that. We'll go for about 10 or so minutes. Again, if you want to sell more, if you want to overcome any objection, then I guarantee if you stick with me to the end, then you're going to get something out of this, right? So for me personally, imagine this, well, brother, imagine this. Imagine someone joins your Facebook group and they're watching your content, your reels, and reading your blogs and absorbing your information. Okay, you position yourself as an expert, an authority, credible figure in your field. Rayan, hey Rayan, good to see you here. And then they download a free offer, an ebook or something like that. They download the free offers, you collect their phone number and email, now they're on all 3 of your lists. And then they attend your event, whale. They attend your webinar, all right? And then you get on a sales call. What's your conversion rate going to be? I can tell you now from 14 years of full-time experience that it's going to be over 80%. I get a 92% conversion rate. Sarah Silver in the house. Good to see you here. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you here. Yeah. I think you're going to love this stuff because it's very, I think it's going to be in alignment with your value systems. Welcome aboard. Congratulations on hiring a virtual assistant with us. I know that you're going to absolutely love the way we do things, and I think it's going to resonate with you. We've got Myla in the house. Myla, good to see you here. Welcome as well. So what you really want to be able to do is you want to fully qualify people. So if you want access to my 3-step full qualifying system, send me a DM or comment hashtag pre in this chat. If you're watching on YouTube and other platform, comment hashtag pre, and I'll send you my full pre-qualifying system with my personal framework, and you can model that. It's been refined over 14 years. The second thing is that it's really important to understand. I'll give an example. So 24 years ago, I became a personal trainer. And I was just naturally, how some people are naturally good at sales, some people not so much. I was like born to sell. I was just naturally very good at sales. You're totally wrapped? Yeah, I think you're going to love it. So welcome aboard again, Sarah. 24 years ago, Sarah, when I became a personal trainer, I was so passive aggressive. I would go into the consult room, bring in the prospect, and I would tell the prospect, I'd slam down on the desk, well not slam, but I'd put down on the desk the agreement, the contract to sign for my PT package, lock the door, true story, and not let them leave until they sign the paperwork. It's very passive aggressive. Now, is that great for conversion rates? Yes, but you know what's more important than quantity? Quality. Who agrees that quality is more important than quantity? Coming your way, Sarah. One of my team will look after you soon. So everything we do now is for long term. I would much rather maintain flow. The most important part of selling a service in 2024 is flow. It's the 4-letter F word. Flow, not that word, flow. And that's what authentic sales is. We use the paradigm and the philosophy of authentic selling with the paradigm and the philosophy of attraction marketing. Nothing cold, no spam, no cold DMs, and no pushy sales, car, sleazy, I won't use labels, no pushy sales. You want to create a business with lifelong customers, lifelong team, lifelong clients. Who wants to be making money online in a decade? Would you like that? Then that's what you want to think about. So the whole system needs to flow. It needs to be elegant and be ethical. And that leads into what I'm about to share with you now. So if we look at objection, is an objection a no? Is an objection a no? No, an objection is not a no. It's a natural part of the sales process. In fact, Sarah, I'm not sure what your core offer is. What is your core offer, guys? Let's say your core offer is business coaching. How often do people just say, no, this is not for me, or just give you a straight up no? Most people don't say no. Either they don't have the, I'm going to say, intestinal fortitude, they don't have the courage to say no to your face and then disappear later, which happens, or they're a fence sitter, right? An objection is not a no. It's just there's something in their mind where they need a bit more clarity, they need an answer, they need more information, they just need that little something else to go over the line so you can get them across the line. And it's normally something around clarity. And if it flows, it's going to work really well. So at the end of the day, there's so many trainings out there on sales and overcoming objections, but there's only really 2 objections, isn't it? There's only really 2 objections that we get when selling a service. What are the 2 objections? What are the 2 biggest objections you guys get when selling a service? What are the biggest objections you get? There's only really 2, right? 2 main categories when selling a service: business coaching, life coaching, fitness coaching, healing therapy, agency services, ads, social media, digital, whatever it might be. If you're selling a service, what are the 2 main objections? Time and money. Time and money, right? So money, I can't afford it. I have to check my budget. Anything to do with money and affordability, which if you pre-qualify properly shouldn't be an objection. And the second is obviously time. Now, temporal or time objections can fall into, hey, I need time to talk to my partner. Interpret, welcome brother. Or I need time to think about it. I need time to check my schedule. Really falls into time and money. Now, there's so many different strategies I've learned. I've spent nearly $1 million in learning sales. I've done every major sales course from every training you can imagine, all the way back to Tom Hopkins, Brian Tracy, and Zig Ziglar almost 30 years ago, to, the Wolf of Wall Street, Straight Line Persuasion, all of Grant Cardone's stuff, all of Russell Brunson's stuff. I could go on with the amount of online guys, Frank Kern stuff and all that as well. I spent a lot of money. I'm a qualified international trainer of NLP. I've studied 3 different forms of hypnosis, 21 certifications, psychological modalities. I'm obsessed with the mind, I'm obsessed with the sales, and more importantly, psychology of sales. And really it comes down to that the more simple we make it, the more it flows in your mind as the prospect, is just going to be for you to say yes. So I after all the different options to overcome objection, there's so many different options, and I've learned so many different strategies, have really come up with one simple way to overcome the time objection and one simple way to overcome the money objection every time. And I'm going to share it with you now. Hey, Sarah, Sarah Mullicone. Hey, how you going? Good to see you. Yeah, watching live, Interpret, welcome, brother. So when you get the money, whenever you get an objection, it can be a little frustrating, right? Now, I'm going to give you a bit of a tip here on the psychology of sales. If you get excited when you get a client, if you get excited when you make a sale, what's going to happen when you don't make a sale? You're going to get frustrated, disappointed, pissed off, whatever. You're going to have a negative experience emotionally, experientially, right? So the key is not get excited about getting, and the first paradigm I teach in sales is to don't focus on getting a client or getting a sale, but focus on serving and giving, because you cannot control what you get in life and you can control what you give. So the key when getting an objection is to not create resistance, to not go on the defensive. In fact, is to empathize, not sympathize, empathize and agree, maintain flow. So no matter what objection handling is really challenging. See, that in itself is a defense mechanism. We want to not go on the defense or the offense. Defense and offense presupposes that there is a competition between 2 entities. There's an offense and a defense. There's no offensive, there's no defensive. We are with them. We are together. We are cooperation, not competition. This paradigm is huge. It's one of the big paradigms I teach in sales. In fact, I'll tell you guys something. We're launching Quantum Sales Academy in a few months, where we provide sales team and closers trained by me personally. That's coming in a few months. Stay tuned. So when you get an objection, let's say that, so there's two objections, money, let's deal with the money objection and then time objection. So in the pre, you say, look, I don't know if I can afford it. So I tell you my business coaching program is going to be 10 grand. So look, I don't know if I can afford it. Well, first of all, you need to have a payment plan, a direct debit payment plan, or a finance option where I can get it. Okay, it's a 6-month program, it's 10 grand. How much can I get a weekly payment plan of some kind? You need to have that in place, number one, because that's going to solve a lot of problems. Number two, okay, is that if I get the money objection, Interpret says, look, I don't know if I can afford it. I don't want to create resistance. As soon as I create resistance, I push him away. I push him away. If I put my arm out rigid like this, Interpret, if I put it rigid and hard, right, and I push down on it, what happens to it? It pushes back. So if I want my arm to go down, I push up. Men, this is how to understand women. It's the push-pull philosophy. So if you push them away, they come close. It's not that simple, but you don't want to push them away. You don't want to create resistance because then it presupposes that you're in opposition. So no offensive, no defensive. We are in this together. So Interpret says, look, I can't afford this. I'll say, I agree. Interpret, I completely understand. 10 grand's a lot of money for you right now. You've told me that you want to do X, Y, Z, and if you don't do this, nothing's going to change. Okay, how are you going to feel if in 6 months' time, the exact same position? Terrible. All right, if we don't do this, nothing's going to change. So what if I make it easier for you? And this is the strategy we use, a drop sell. A drop sell is a different product or service that is a lower amount, that doesn't cut into your profit margins, that still gives them the value they need to help them solve the problem or get what they want. For example, so if I sell one-on-one business coaching and it's 10 grand, Interpret says, I can't afford that. I can say to Interpret, what if I cut that price in half? Make it 5 grand. Instead of getting a half an hour call with me once a week, you get an hour call in a group format. Would that be easy for you? Perfect. I'm not cutting into profit margins. I'm not giving discounts. In fact, it's more leverage for me. I actually probably make more money over time, right? Per time anyway, if that makes sense. So ideally, if you have a service, you need 3 offers. Ultimately down the track, no rush, but you want to have a core offer, an upsell, and a downsell. If you look at our business coaching program, our core offer is our group program, which is $200 a week. Our upsell is our one-on-one program, $300 or $400 a week. Our downsell is a mastermind, which ranges from $60 a month to $200 a month. Yeah, does that make sense? So you want to, that's what you want to have in place. So whenever you're launching a service, you should always launch a one-on-one service to start with. Get booked sold as many clients as you can handle you want. Then launch a group or one-to-many. Then your one-to-many. Your mastermind or whatever it might be. And there's some great platforms out there as well. That would be my suggestion, right? Now, if let's say you're an NLP coach, you could have an upsell that is timeline therapy and a downsell that is a group program of some kind. You can use this for any service, right? At the end of the day, there's only three things we can sell. We can sell a done for you. Hey, we'll do it for you. We can sell a let's do it together, coaching, one-on-one, a group, or we can sell go do it yourself. Here's a course. That's it. That's all you can sell. It's really that simple, but people make it too complex. So the best way to do with money objection is to have a drop sell in place. Now you can do deals. I love doing deals. Of course you can do that. If you're going to do deals, always sell at the highest point. Always have the highest price first on your pitch deck visual aid. Always start with the highest point and then go down from there. That's the money objection. Time objection. Now, personally, we don't get the money objection a lot because they're fully qualified and they know the price beforehand before you get in the sales call. If you do that properly, you should not get that as much. So you want to, as the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. You want to prevent objections by fully qualifying rather than trying to cure the objections on the call, right? That makes sense. That's why I get a 92% conversion rate. The most annoying objection for a lot of people is, I want to talk to my partner in Interpret. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, bro. I want to talk to my partner. It's annoying. And I think the reason why it's annoying is that a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. And they go inside their own head, right? And they're not present with the person anymore. So here's how I deal with it. If Interpret says to me, Jace, I want to talk to my partner. First and foremost, I maintain flow. I do not go on defensive. I do not go on offensive. We are one and the same. There is unity. Okay, Daniel, hey, good to see you here. So whatever Interpret says, look, I completely understand. In fact, you know what? I really respect that you make life-changing decisions with your life partner. This is going to be a life-changing decision, isn't it? This is going to be an important decision for you. It's going to be life-changing, is it not? NLP at its finest, simple but powerful. And so Interpret, okay, when will you get a chance to talk to your partner? And he might say, hey, tonight. So what I do here is I use a strategy called BAM FAM, and I would write this down. BAM FAM. It means book a meeting from a meeting. So one of three things is going to happen when you get on a sales call. You're going to get a straight up yes, you're going to get a straight up no, or you're going to get a fence sitter. A fence sitter is an objection. I need to think about it. I need to check my schedule. I need to check my budget, whatever. It's a fence sitter. It's not a no. It's not a yes or no. Indecisive, right? That's all you can get. I seem to love the rule of threes. So I will bam fam and book a follow-up. Okay, Interpret says, I need some time to think about it. Okay, great. How much time do you need to think? 24 hours? I'm not trying to push right now. What do you need to think about? And I try to isolate and negate. I don't do that now. Like, I'm a professional buyer. If I get on a sales call with you, I never buy on the spot because I understand I'm going to be in an emotional state and I want to make decisions based on logic, not emotion, as opposed to what most people do. I always sleep on big decisions. Always sleep on them when buying something. You're not going to sell to me on your call. You're just not, no matter how good you are. And I've done calls with some of the biggest names in the world, like them selling me. I just won't. So you want to give people that space and that time, but you want to book a meeting from a meeting. So Interpret, how much time do you need to think about it? 24 hours? How much time do you need to talk to your partner? When are you going to talk to your partner? Awesome. Let's book in for 24 hours time. I'll send you confirmation. Jump on a call then. Just tell me yes. Tell me no. Tell me now. I've got to go. Don't say that to them. But just give me an answer, yes or no. If it's no, I'm fine. If you create this nonchalant, look, it doesn't matter if you say yes or no to me, I'm good. I got so many people to speak to. There's so much abundance. I got so much clients coming through. It's all good. I really don't mind. Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me now, I've got to go. It's honestly fine, right? Some will, some won't. So what? Yes, there's some network marketing lingo in there for your MLMs. So I bam fam and then on the call, and then I'll send any information that that person needs. If they want to think about it, I'll send the pitch deck, I'll send the website, I'll send all. What information do you need from me to make a decision by tomorrow? If they want to talk to their partner, would you like your partner to join the call? Invite them on, because you're much better off showing the partner the presentation than them showing the presentation, because the partner's job is to protect them. So they're going to be dubious, aren't they? They're going to be skeptical. That's their job. By the way, if you have any questions, ask me questions. Happy to answer them live. Interpret, I think, has a question. He says, what to avoid them ghosting, especially in the first 2-3 conversation, because we know in more conversation. If you're getting ghosting, it's because they're not pre-qualified properly. They're not being confirmed, right? Because one of the biggest mistakes people make is they don't confirm appointments. So they should be nurtured within your lists. So you have a social media list, email list, and a phone list. It's a bit difficult to nurture people through a phone list because it's quite intrusive sending people SMS. I know I'm talking fast. Most people will come from your social media. You're nurturing people through your content, your reels, your blogs, your lives, stuff like this. Right? I'm creating a relationship with you, building trust, showing that I can help you by actually helping you and giving you a strategy that can actually help you without even asking for money. And so if they go through this process, this indoctrination process where you're building and establishing that not just rapport, but that credibility and authority, and then they're coming to events, and then you get on a call, okay, or you book a call, more importantly, they need to be qualified properly. So you want my pre-qualifying system, and then they need to be confirmed. They're fully qualified, they're filled in the form, we make sure they can afford it, make sure they have the right mindset, make sure they have the right problems, goals that we can help them with, and then they're confirmed. So people need to be rang the day before, they need to be confirmed the day before as well. Lee, there you are, I've been waiting in the Zoom. Yeah, sorry brother, we had some issues with the webinar, so I'm doing this as a live, so good to see you here, brother. Looking forward to kickstarting our group coaching on Friday. It's going to be awesome. Look forward to seeing you there. Okay, but that's the best way. If you have a drop sell in place and you bam fam the time objection, and do not create resistance through being defensive or offensive. You don't want to go on defense or offense because that presupposes competition, and that means you're separate and that you're opposing. And that's when you lose people. Sales is about flow. It should feel like it flows. That's what authentic sales is. Also, here's how to always get a yes. I did promise you how to always get a yes. We have a system on how to always get a yes. Our team are very good at this. Here's how to always get a yes. Adrian, brother, good to see you here. Hope to see you on Thursday in the group coaching program. Here's how to always get a yes. So one of three things is going to happen, like I mentioned a moment ago, when you get on a sales call. Number one, you're going to get straight up yes. Now, you send the paperwork there and then. You do not get off the call till you get the paperwork, the invoice, or the signature. Okay, huge mistake people make. Number two, you get a fence sitter that will normally give you a time or money objection. In fact, pretty much all objections can fit into temporal or time or money objection. I've just shared with you to bam fam or drop sell. That's how you do that. Nice and simple, nice and easy. And then you've got no's, which are actually rare. Stella, how you doing? Here's how to get a yes from a no. So let's say Stella, who's just jumped on board, says, no, this is not for me. This is the question, write this down. Who do you know? Who do you know, Stella, that can benefit from this business coaching program or is struggling or that we can help? Okay, Stella might go, I know Tim. Awesome. Stella, before you jump off the call, just really quickly, can you create a Facebook group chat, connect us, introduce us? I would love to offer Tim a free business consultation, see if we're a good fit and go from there. And then Stella does that. And then I ask this, who else do you know? So the third way you always get a yes is you always ask for 2 referrals and you turn all the no's into yes. So you're getting a yes, so you're either getting paperwork, you're getting another appointment, or you're getting 2 referrals. You cannot run out of pipeline as an amazing world-class salesperson if you simply implement what I've shared with you on this live. This is so simple. You might have heard a lot of this before, but are you doing it? There's a difference between knowing something and doing it before you no longer know it, you know? So I do better than anything. I'm third best at at marketing. I'm not that great at marketing. I'm just very good at getting in front of people and the right people. What I do second best is building teams. I'm very good at building teams. What I do better than anything else in the world is sell. Pearl, crazy Pearl. Good to see you here. Miss you. Good to see you here. Now, so guys, if you would like access to the full training, I have a full 1-hour training that goes in depth on how to overcome these objections. If you'd like full access to the full training, the sales scripts I use, and the full pre-qualifying system, comment, let's do this, hashtag sales below, and I'll send you my personal scripts for business coaching, life coaching, fitness coaching, and agency. I'll send you my full pre-qualifying system, and I'll send you the full in-depth overcoming any objection training, which is the full in-depth training and webinar. If you want that, comment hashtag sales below. We'll send that to you, no matter what platform you're on. And also, Interpret, here we go. What does he say? Qualified leads are like first doing conversation, then we can qualify some ghost without conversation, but we know they need it. Yeah, but why do some people quit? Because they're quitters. So as you play the numbers game. So some will, some won't, some won't. Some will, some won't, so what? So you'll speak to 100 people, 20 people will leave. 10 people will ghost you. 30 people will look and not reply. 10 people will reply. 5 people will book, whatever. It's a numbers game. You just play the numbers game. That's always going to be the case. Some people will show up, some won't. Some will sign up, some won't. Some will sign up and quit, some will stay. Some will stay for a little bit, some will stay for a long time. It's the numbers game, brother. There's no way around it. It's the numbers game. You've got to learn to dissociate it emotionally to what other people do. Makes no difference to me if you show up to the appointment or not. I'm good, I got some people to speak to. Makes no difference to me if you sign up or not. I can't control getting you to show up, getting you to buy, getting your money. I can't control that. We don't focus on that. We focus on giving and serving, play the numbers game, and we think with abundance rather than scarcity. If I book in 100 people for a webinar and 30 people show up, most people will be thinking about 70 people that didn't rock up. But what we should be focusing on is the 30 people that did show up. That's what we need to focus on. This is abundance 101 in its greatest form. Okay? Yeah, 100%, brother. So, by the way, guys, this Friday we're launching, so every 3 months we launch a brand new group quantum business coaching program. It's a 16-week program. We get to spend an hour a week with me and my coaches, and we help you refine your sales SOPs, marketing strategies, social media, attraction marketing system, your sales scripts. We put everything together we launch a one-on-one, we launch a group coaching, time management funnels. We do everything together. We put everything together with you. And it's very affordable. If you want to learn more about the group coaching program that we're launching this week, send me a DM. I'll send you a video that shares more about that if you enjoyed this content. I've been doing this for 14 years. We've been refining and running the program to show you how to build 20,000 a month in under 6 months for 14 years. We've been doing it for a long time. We have an amazing team of very affordable, highly trained virtual assistants, appointment setters, social media managers, and video editors as well. That's what we do very well. We help online businesses launch, build, and scale. What I specialize in is helping you guys get to 100K months. So if you have any questions, send me a DM. If you want access to all the free stuff, comment hashtag sales. If you want to learn more about the group coaching program launching this week, send me a DM. I'll send you the video. I hope to add some value to you, and I hope you